Let's continue discussion on data types. In this lecture, we will have discussion on sequences like string, list, tuple. In the end of the video, we will have demonstration of sequences. Let's have sequences. As of now, we have seen we can create a simple variable. In the simple variable, we can have a single value. If you want to have more than one values in a single variable and you can access these values with the help of indexes, you can use sequences. In Python, we have sequences, and Python sequence is an ordered collection of items where each item is indexed by integer. It can hold a long list of information. We have three types of sequences in Python. First, string, list, and tuples. A string is a group of characters that may be alphabet, digits, or special characters including spaces. Strings values are enclosed either in a single quote marks or in a double quotation marks. For example, in string 1, I have assigned a hello India and I have kept in a double quotes. In the string 2, I have kept a numerical value in a single quote, so it is also a string. In string 3, I have kept one statement or sentence. India is a union of 29 states in a single quote. It is also a string. And we have to remember we cannot perform numerical operations on the strings even when the string contains the numerical values, just like a 123. Python also supports triple quotation marks to denote string literals. For example, I have created a one variable paragraph, and in this variable I have kept a long sentence in multiple lines, and this sentence I have kept under triple quotation marks, so it is also a string. List is also one of the sequence, and it is a group of different types of data values, and these values are kept separate by comma, and all data values are enclosed in a square bracket. For example, I have created a one variable temperature and I have kept the list of numbers separated by comma in a square bracket. So this is a list. In list, we can also have the string type of data values. For example, list of students. We can also have the mixed type of data values in list, like mango, it is a string, and 7.5 it is a number, real number, and 2 plus 3j it is a complex number. Items of list can be accessed and updated by indexing. Tuple is a sequence of items separated by commas, and all data items are enclosed in parentheses. For example, I have created a variable crick score, and in this I have assigned numbers separated by comma, and I have kept these numbers in parentheses. So it is a tuple. In like list, we can also have mixed type of data values in tuple. This parenthesis is optional. If you are keeping the data value separated by comma in a one variable, so it is a tuple. You can see in this example, I have kept the name of the fruits separated by comma in a variable fruits, and then I have printed this variable. So it is showing that it is a tuple because it is the all names are kept separated by comma in parentheses. One important point about the tuple is once you have created a tuple, you cannot change later. Accessing elements of sequences like string, list, and tuple. Element of any sequence can be accessed by indexing, and indexing of all sequences starts from 0 and end at n-1. For example, I have created a string hello India and I have kept in the form of indexing. So it is starting from 0 and ending at 10 because number of characters in this string is 11. Like a string, you can also have the list of list and tuples. Here it is also starting from 0 and ending at n-1 because 6. Number of element in this list is 7 and number of element in this tuple is 6. So it is showing 5, the last indexing. The difference between list and tuple is that list can be updated after creating, But once you have created a tuple, you cannot update later. Let's move to the demonstration of sequences. Let's have a string. And if you want to create a string, you can just keep the name of the string variable, and you can keep here assignment operator. After assignment operator, you can keep the value under either single quotation marks or double quotation marks. So I'm keeping here Hello India in double quotation marks. So it will be a string. And if you want to check the type of this variable, you can use a built-in function. In this built-in function, you can pass the name of the variable. So it is showing that it is a string. And if you are keeping your data value in a single quotation marks, that will also be a string. You can take example. I'm taking number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a single quotation marks. It will also be a string. And if you want to check the type of this variable, you can keep in a type function. Then it is showing that it is also a string. Python also supports the triple quotation marks, as we have discussed in slides. And if you want to keep the multiple statement or a sentence in multiple lines, you can use the triple quotation marks. So like I'm keeping here one variable para, and in this variable I'm keeping the long sentence or paragraph in triple quotation marks. So hello Indians, and I'm changing the line, I'm pressing enter, then it is showing that you can continue typing your statement or string. So I'm keeping here, let's learn Python programming. And now I'm completing my statement, and I will keep here close triple quotation marks. And then press enter. It is showing that it is a string and you have assigned para variable. And if you want to check the type of this variable, you can keep in type function, and it is showing that it is a string. If you want to access the element or characters of your string, you can keep the name of the string along with the square bracket. So I'm keeping here, I'm taking the first example, string 1. And I'm keeping here a square bracket along with this name, and in this square bracket you can keep here indexing. The indexing of a string start from 0 and it ends at n-1, which is the number of character in that string. So I am keeping here 0, so it will show the first character, which is a H, and you can execute. If you want to access the next character, you can keep 1, then 2, then 3. So whatever the character you want to access of this string, you can access that, you can have that index. So like I want to access the fifth element of this string or fifth character of this string, which is O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth character of this string. So I will keep here name, and in square bracket I will keep 4, because 5 minus 1, that will be your index. So 4, and then it is showing it is O. So likewise you can access the element of the string. And now we will move to the next sequence, which is list. Let's discuss list. If you want to create a list, the syntax of creating list is very simple. You can keep the name of the list, and you can keep assignment operator. After assignment operator, you can keep the list of your data value separated by comma enclosed in square bracket. So here I'm keeping here fruits. It is a variable name or list name. I'm keeping here assignment operator. After this assignment operator, I'm keeping a square bracket. And in this square bracket, we have to keep the list of your element or list of or name of your fruits. So I'm keeping here mango. It is a string type data value, and banana, and orange, and papaya. So this is your list. and you can print, and it is showing your list. If you want to see the type of this list, you can pass the name of the list in this type function, and it is showing it is a list. And you can also have the mixed type of data values in list. So like I'm keeping here mixed list, and in this list I am keeping here number and a string, and then I'm keeping here 7.5, which is a real number, and 2 plus 3j, which is a complex number. And you can see the type of this list or this variable. So it is showing it is a list. So likewise, we can create a list. It is very simple, and you can also access the element of the list. And if you want to access the element, you can use the indexing. It is very simple. You can use the name of list. Along with this name, you can keep a square bracket, and in this square bracket you have to keep the index. And index always start from 0 and it ends at n-1, which is the number of element in that list. So in this list I have 4 element, and I want to access the first element. I will keep here 0. And if you want to access the last element, means you have 4 element in your list, you can keep the 3 index in your square bracket. So here I am keeping here 3. That will be the 4th element of your list. It is showing papaya. So likewise you can access, and in Python you can also use the negative index. And if you are keeping the negative index, then negative index start from the end of the last element, like -1, -2, -3, -4. Means the first element of your list is -4. So if you want to see the first element with the negative index, you can keep here -4, and it will show the first element. And if you want to see the first last element of your list with the negative index, you can keep -1. Then it is showing last element, papaya. So this is the way of creating the list and way of accessing the element of your list. Now we will discuss tuple. Let's discuss tuple. Like list, we can also create a tuple. The only difference, you have to keep the data value separate by comma in parentheses. So I'm keeping here color, the name of the tuple, and after this assignment I will keep here parentheses, and in this parentheses I have to keep the data value separated by comma. So I'm keeping here name of the color separated by comma, like black, blue, and red, and yellow, and green. So these are the name of the color that I have kept in a parenthesis separate by comma. All these names are separate by comma, and I have enclosed in parenthesis. So this is your tuple, and you can print tuple. And if you want to check the type of this variable, you can pass to the type function, and it is showing it is a tuple type of variable. And you can also have the mixed type of data values in tuple also, like list, and you can see mix tuple, and I'm keeping here 23 and mango, it is a string, and 8.4 it is a real number, and 3 plus 4j it is a complex number, it is allowed. And you can see the type of this variable, mixed tuple, and it is showing that it is a tuple type of variable, the variable of tuple type. Now if you want to access the element, or first we also discuss this parenthesis. These parentheses are optional, and if you are keeping the data value separate by comma and you are assigning in a variable and you are not keeping parentheses, it is allowed in Python, and that will be your tuple. So like I'm keeping here number, and I'm just keeping 23, 45, 35 and 50 and 12 and then 35, and then I'm not keeping here parentheses. I'm just pressing enter. It has created a one variable that contains more than one value. And if you want to see the type of this variable, you can pass to the type function, and it is showing that it is a tuple. And if you will print this variable, it will show all numbers enclosed in parentheses. It is indicating that it is a tuple type of variable of tuple type. Now, like list or a string, we can also access the element of the tuple. And if you want to access the tuple element, you can keep the name of the tuple along with the square bracket, and in the square bracket you can keep the index. So like I want to access the element of the numbers tuple, so I will keep here the name of the tuple number, and along with this name I will keep here a square bracket. In this square bracket I want to access the first element, because in sequences like list, string, tuple, index start from 0 and end at n-1, which is the number of element in that sequence. So 0 is your first element, 23 is the first element of your list, or sorry, tuple. And if you want to access the last element, you can access, and you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 element. Fifth element is your last element. That will be indexed at 4. That will be a 5 minus 1 number and 4. And it will be your last element of number tuple. And if you want to access the element of your tuple with the help of negative index, it is allowed in Python. You can access, and as I told in the case of list, negative index start from last element, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. -5, that will be your first element of your tuple, and you can type here -5, and it is showing 23, which is a first number or first element of your tuple. And if you want to access the last element, you can keep here -1, that will be the last element of your tuple. So likewise we can access the element of the tuple, and we can create the tuple. It is very simple. I hope you have understood all these concepts of sequences. We will come again with the new lecture. In that lecture we will discuss remaining data types like set, none and mapping. Thank you for watching video. Please subscribe channel for more videos. If you have any query, you can keep in comment box.